I said, we're going to snap this Friday into motion right here. We're going to get this thing started. Vince Green, how they do it. And this, we're in order. Court's in session. That's supposed to be funny. All right. So here we go. The word is allow. Katharina, thank you for the word. When I saw the word, I went, whoo, I'm about to dive into this a little bit. But I tell you what, I really liked it and it got me thinking. So hopefully I can put it into words that make sense to everybody on the Coach's Corner this morning. Oh, by the way, happy Friday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. In the chats, comments, let us know where you're tuning in from. So if you look at the word allow, most of us would know this. We'd say give someone permission to do something. Like you're giving someone or something permission to create an action, right? T. Gaskins said, and I really love this quote, you teach people how to treat you by what you allow, what you stop, and what you reinforce. And so that's kind of the direction I want to go this morning for my part. When I think about allow, I think about we have a decision to make that affects what happens in our life. We decide what we allow in our life. It's all a choice, good or bad. It's all a choice. And so the first thing I really thought about, and I kind of broke these down is, and I want you to reflect on yourself, if you will, this morning, just like I did. And I'm continuing to do with the word allow. Number one, if I allow myself to find the good in someone or something, odds are I will. But here's the opposite of that. If I allow myself to look for the negative, to look for the pitfall, to look for why it wouldn't work, to look for what if it don't work, to look for what's wrong with this person, what do I not like about this person, odds are I will find that. And it's a choice. I love positive people and love watching positive people go throughout the day because they have choices too. But when they look at it from a standpoint of, I'm going to allow myself to find the good in the situation, in the person. And odds are it'll reflect back to me. Number two, and let me say this about number one. I find myself failing at this a lot. I find myself, when I really am, I'm honest with myself, a lot of times I allow myself to try to figure out the negative, to figure out why I want it, to figure out what somebody's not doing right. Number two, do I allow time to watch squirrels to bring myself joy? That's not me, by the way. Although I do like squirrels, just so you know. But that was actually, I thought about Andrea because, I told her the other day, I said, you're going to be known as the critter lady on social media. And I said, but hey, Rocket, that's your brand. But you know what? There is joy in a lot of things. Think about the things that makes you have joy. Coach Myra Miles loves to go for a walk. She does, and maybe it's swimming, maybe it's a hike through the woods, stopping by to put your hand on a tree, stopping by to see a rabbit run across, stopping by to see the leaves growing and see God's creation. Maybe that's what gives you joy. Maybe it's trips. I want to tell you, I love the ocean. The joy, the ocean brings me so much joy. To open up a door and hear the waves rolling in, oh my goodness, I'm at peace. But do I allow myself time to take these things in? And as I brought up number two, I really thought about our life. It's just a dash. It really is just a dash that we got to allow time to enjoy the things that brings us joy. Number three, do I allow myself time to build relationships? And I really want to go with a profession. Doesn't have to be, I'm all passionate about network marketing, what we're doing, but that might not be your jam right now. But odds are you've got a profession and you've got people around you. Does Brent Palmer allow himself to build relationships? It takes time. And it's a choice. Or do I just want it right now for the benefit of me? I really thought about that when I thought about allow. Number 4, do I allow myself time to transform my health? It takes time to transform a body, especially I'm 45 years old. It takes a little longer. But do I allow myself the time and the grace to go, you know what? I'm transforming, and it might take me a few years to get to where I want to be. And then the last but not least, do I allow myself time for a lot of us to transform our finances, to transform our future, to transform security? It takes time. It takes time to make a choice, to allow yourself to go down a different path that your future self's going to thank you for. And so when I looked at the word, Katharina, this morning, and after I digested it all, I thought, you know what? Allow is parallel for me with patience. If I'm going to, I gotta have patience in my life to allow the things in that I want in. It's going to take time, but it's going to be a beautiful thing when I allow those things to happen. So, Coach, I'll turn it to you.
That was great. It was really great. I kind of even gave a calming effect this morning. Had some humor, had some calming. So that was great. Katharina, allow. I got to tell you now, Brent may have had a little easier time with it, but to me, it was a little bit, wasn't hard. Don't get me wrong, but it was kind of one of those that you could go in 9,000 different directions. So you just put your seatbelt on. We're going to buckle in, and here we go. I want you to think about this. What we allow is what will continue. That's just one statement. It's not very long, but it's pretty powerful. And boy, is it true. Examine what you tolerate, what you put up with, you're going to end up with. What you allow continues. Reevaluate the cost and your worth. That was by Karen Salmonson. So I'm going to roll right into, here's some facts for us about what we should not allow to control our life. And again, as Coach Palmer and I say all the time to y'all, everything we're speaking out to everybody in our group, we're starting with ourselves. So I'm preaching to Myra Elizabeth Miles this morning. So don't allow your past to control your present on your future life. We all have had painful things to happen to us in our past. You agree? But to be able to move forward, we got to leave the past behind. When we relive those bad events, it keeps us pulled down in negativity, and we cannot allow this. When we look in that rear view mirror and we see things in the past, we can't allow to continue to focus on that. We can't allow it. Let go. You know what? Because when we let go, this is when we start winning. Again, a lot of these, like Coach said, it's easier said than done. Another one is don't allow other people's opinions and judgments to control the direction of your life. Never get caught up in being a people pleaser. Okay, well, look, I got to raise both hands because I have been caught up in being that person. I've tried really hard to be a people pleaser a lot. And as I've gotten older, I've learned that you can't do that. You certainly cannot do that. This will hurt us in the long run. Because if we allow ourselves to fall into this trap, it's going to end up being a negative factor. You don't want to do something. Never, if you don't want to do it, never allow others to make you feel like you have to. Again, guilty as charged. I have been guilted into a lot of things. I think we all have, but we cannot allow that. Never forget, each one of us were made uniquely. And we have to shine our light on how we want to shine our light, not how you think others want you to be. You think about that. Each and every one of us were made very unique. God don't make a mess. He doesn't make mistakes. So we need to shine our light on how we were unique. We need to allow ourselves to do that. Those that want us to shine will always be there to allow us to do that and support us. The next thing is, don't allow your life to be controlled by our own limited beliefs. Again, guilt is charged. You know, if you think you can't climb the ladder to heights you dream of, you have to tell those inner thoughts, shut up. You got to tell your inner, your thoughts that, shut up. Why are you thinking that? Don't allow that. I'm not allowing that thought to happen to me today. We got to find and allow ourselves to step up one step at a time. I struggle with this at times, just to be quite honest. Allow yourself to believe in yourself in an unlimited capacity. Don't allow yourself to be the reason that you don't flourish. It's one thing when we're letting others influence us, but when we are allowing ourselves to be that person, that's bad. We got to go. Now, here's things you do allow. Allow yourself grace in transition in tough times. Coach Palmer's reminded me of that a couple times. You have to allow yourself grace. He spoke on that a little bit today too. Allow yourself to be happy. Have you ever been around people, and if you have, I hope you're not around them anymore. Have you ever been around people that just makes them mad if you're happy? They seem like they get all crotchety all of a sudden. Disassociate with those people. Put yourself away from them. Allow yourself the freedom to pursue whatever dream you have. You have to. Allow yourself to stand up for yourself and others, even when it may not be the cool thing to do. Allow yourself to be that person you dream of becoming. To me, that's tough. We all have a dream. We all have that dream board. And it's something that I'm working on more. It's hard to do. But allow yourself to do that. And then last but not least, allow yourself to feel any and all emotions. Now you men are a little different than us women. Sometimes y'all think you shouldn't show emotion. You think you're too tough. You can't, when something goes bad, you don't want to show that. Now we're guilty of it too. Big time women, we just fall apart sometimes. But allow yourself to feel any and all emotions, because that's how you step forward and move on with everything. So, Katharina, thank you so much for the word. Thank y'all for allowing Coach Palmer and I to spend each weekday with you. And I hope everybody has a great day. Love you guys.
Coach Aiden wore my shirt today. Just do it. Just
awesome.
Do it. Just
awesome.
Allow yourself to be great. Go
That's
get
right.
it.
That's
Happy
right.
Friday, Coach. Thanks for the message. We love each and every one of you. We're grateful for you. Have a great weekend. See you.
Bye, guys.
See you back
See you
Monday.
Monday.
Happy Friday.
Bye. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you.